Before we get started with today's episode, I'd like to inform all of you that we've put timestamps in the description of the episode. In case you want to skip to a particular topic or don't want to listen to a particular topic, you can just skip over it. So that's it. Thank you guys. Please enjoy.
Hey, good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you're listening or watching this episode. Welcome back to our podcast. And if you guys tuned in for our last episode, you would remember both of us heavily standing one particular person. So, with no expectation, we decided to contact the person and ask him whether he would agree to an interview with us or a discussion. And to our surprise, he agreed. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all to the man of deception, the myth, the legend, Jaylyn. Thanks a lot for coming, Jaylyn.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so firstly, before starting off, I just wanted to congratulate you for reaching 1 million followers.
Hey, that really means a lot. There we go.
Yeah, it's a big accomplishment. It's like something that many people dream of. So congrats on that one. And now to just start off with the questions, there's the first burning question, which I think many aspiring content creators have, which I at least had, and that is, what made you actually take the leap of faith into content creation?
I think for me, after graduating and like just kind of going out on a limb, I went into corporate work. So like I was immediately like the direct district manager of Aflac Insurance. I worked there for a while, maybe like 4 or 5 months, and I realized I didn't like it. And then once I realized I didn't like working a 9 to 5, for me, it was like an immediate change. I realized I'm like, hey, all of my friends are chasing their dreams, because I saw a lot of my friends acting. I saw a lot of my friends, doing social media. And it really inspired me because I had 3 other friends, Jack, Devon, and Kid RL. They're all on TikTok. They're all on like Instagram. They're on every like platform. And they were living their dreams as full-time content creators. So I kind of asked them, like, how do you do that? So the first thing they did, they made me like a Musical.ly. Before TikTok was even like a thing, they made me a Musical.ly account. And I was like, I wasn't sure about it. And then basically I started making videos with them, and I was like kind of liking it. And I was starting to make some comedy, dance videos, and then I was getting followers. It was weird. I was starting to get followers. And then I got up to like 60,000 followers. And I'm like, dang, I could actually do this. So for me, it was like I got the encouragement from my friends. And also, I'm very into music. I have a song out right now called Went Viral on Spotify. It's called Went Viral. And that's actually how I got verified on TikTok, is because of my song. And once I got verified on TikTok, I was at 269,000. I pushed so much harder until I hit 1 million. So like, I mean, I'm pushing hard now, but like it was crazy. Everything just kind of fell into place as I started to like, make videos every day and collab with new creators.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So what do you do
That's pretty much what happened.
So what do you do to like stay consistent, stay relevant, avoid burnout? Like there's this YouTuber I watch, Jay Schlatt, who I admire a lot. So he made a video recently about why he left Twitch, because he thought it's like too stressful because you always have to be streaming, and he thought it's much easier to just make YouTube videos alone, especially considering you're on so many platforms. You have a Spotify, you have Twitch, you have Instagram, you have TikTok. How do you stay consistent, relevant, and avoid burnout?
I think staying consistent is I think that's the hardest part. For me, I always make sure I have content for TikTok first. And then from there, I post on my Instagram, like my Instagram Reels. And then after my Instagram, I focus on my YouTube. And then if I have time, it's more about like if I have time. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, this is how much videos I have to put out every week. And if I'm making the content every week, there's nothing keeping me from posting,
So your preference,
like it's easy to post once you make the content.
Yeah, so your preference is basically TikTok first, then IG Reels, and then YouTube at the end. Like,
yep.
Okay.
And then once I'm good with that, it makes it easier because you just organize yourself. You make a schedule in a way.
So since Your main platform is TikTok. What do you think like TikTok should change as a platform, and what do you think it does good, like both from a content creator's perspective and from the user's perspective?
I think the user's perspective is very random, and I think for people who have ADHD, it's really good because a lot of kids get distracted easily and have ADHD, so they like the platform because each video is around 15 seconds, so you're not spending too much time and dedication. But the one thing they should really change about the platform is the fact that they highlight certain creators.
Yeah.
And specific creators do not. There's some creators that do not deserve the clout and the recognition for doing nothing compared to the people who are putting in so much work. So like that's what I'm trying to say. Like there's people who don't deserve the clout, and that's the one thing they should recognize. Like if somebody's doing stupid stuff for a video, like stupid just prank videos, that's it. Maybe they don't deserve the recognition as much as somebody who is, making like statues and putting like art on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? There's
like those time lapse and stuff.
But the user is in charge of what they watch. So the app's algorithm just goes by what the user is watching, and most of the time the user is watching stupid stuff. So that's why those videos do really well.
They're gonna recommend stupid stuff then if you.
If they're mainly watching stupid stuff, they're gonna give stupid stuff. Exactly. And also, but it's a good app in a way. Like what I do like about it, it's very creator friendly. So if you are consistently posting, you will gain followers.
Yeah, that is.
And not only creator friendly,
right now,
it's pretty user friendly also. Like it's designed as a pretty good app. Like, it looks pretty good.
What?
Oh, 100%. It's easy to find all the hashtags, on the main page. And the For You page, it's literally developed to like what you like. So if you consistently watch like maybe anime, you're going to see mainly anime. If you watch like skateboarding, you're going to see skateboarding,
Yeah. Okay. So you recently reached 1 million followers, as I mentioned before. So that would obviously be one of your goals, right? Beforehand. Now at this point, after reaching 1 million followers, what goals do you have in mind? It doesn't have to be follower wise. It can be like our goal is to have a U2s, let's say. So do you have any like personal goal in mind currently after reaching 1 million?
Actually, one of my goals is I'm developing a team right now. So basically, I'm in the mix of a social media team that's gonna launch in November. It's going to be really big. Almost everybody will have over 1 million on a platform. And basically, one of my things is to take over a lot of like press and, like start having our team be a highlight of a lot of things.
So the team's going to be like, it's going to be helping you upload and stuff, right? Like
not even just that. No, it's going to be like a social media team, like where everybody has their own unique talent.
Oh, okay.
We make videos together. Yup, we make videos together. And it's going to be like, I'm going to be one of the founders. It's me and one other person is one of the founders.
It's like FaZe Clan, then you'll have your own name.
Yeah.
Are you allowed
it's going to be even better. It's going to be more.
Are you allowed to reveal who like you've invited so far and if anyone's confirmed?
I cannot, but there will be. I will say this: there will be 7 guys. There will be 7 guys and 5 girls.
Oh, okay, so 12 man team.
Oh, right, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, but like soon you will see. As we hit November, it's mainly depending on if TikTok is gonna stay or not. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
the TikTok ban thing is
Yeah, so coming to that, like, what are your plans in case TikTok does get banned, and what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Microsoft or someone's going to pull in and buy it out, or like, how do you plan on changing your content if it does get banned?
It's mainly going to be for YouTube. I'm going to be focusing on Twitch and YouTube the most.
So streaming, okay.
Because what happened, Twitch is the strongest for, if you build fans on there, if you can build a Twitch following, it's very good for fan loyalty. Also YouTube as well. And, once you build a YouTube following, your Instagram automatically builds up. If you know what I mean, just follows it. It kind of trickles down. And basically, if I start doing that, it's going to be easy to get more relevant again. I'm not worried about it. And then I'm also going to be posting the Facebook Watch on my fan page.
So you're not planning to go and buy it, like there's this app, right? Like in case, like God forbid it happens, right? I'm not saying it will, but God forbid it happens. So you'd rather focus on something like YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Twitch, rather than going to another application like TikTok. Like there was this app called Byte. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Oh yeah, but basically the second Vine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go to that. I mean, I would post on it. There's apps I do post on. Like, I mean, I post on like Likey. I post on Byte. I mean, I have some stuff on there. But I'm verified on, I think, both apps. I'm verified on other short media platforms like Likey, Byte, Zin. Like the apps come around, like all these other apps I'm verified on, but I don't really focus on them. You know, I just kind of like post when I can.
Okay, so all right. And about your Twitch streaming thing, so will it be mainly like gaming or?
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be basically co-op gaming. It's gonna be a lot of new games that came out, like that new game Spellbreak. I mean, it's gonna be Hyperscape. You'll be seeing Warzone on there. Yeah, a lot of cool games. And I'll be even doing like single player games so people can watch the story with me. You know, because a lot of people like to follow that. Because I did that before. I did that with Kingdom Hearts, and I did that with The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. Okay.
How much have you streamed on Twitch in the past?
I streamed a good amount, not a decent amount. I don't have many followers on Twitch, but I streamed for like a few months.
So it's not like
just to see how it was.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you mentioned like when we were earlier contacting you that you were a huge fan of anime, right?
100%.
So, off the top of your head, your top 3 anime, what would they be?
Wow. Okay, I'd say my top 3 is Bleach. You know, the main character being Ichigo. My second is Gurren Lagann. It's a really good anime. It's an older anime from like the 90s. And then my third, that's a tough one, but a lot of people are going to say it's crazy, but I honestly would say Demon Slayer.
Okay, so you don't like any of the famous ones as such?
I do. Like Naruto, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Because
you know, there's like My Hero Academia,
exactly.
like Death Note, like. But all these ones, like Bleach is still part of the big 3, you know? Like that's still like one that, no, they're coming out with another season. Attack on Titan's really good. That's in my top 10.
So Naruto would be like 4th for you, right? Or will it be?
I think Naruto, yeah, honestly, I would say Naruto would be 4th, and then it goes Attack on Titan, and then
because like
fifth.
I thought that you'd probably like Naruto more because your highlights was filled with Boruto and Naruto. And the only anime I've watched till date, excluding Avatar, is Naruto. And
Avatar is a really good too. Nickelodeon's best anime. But
definitely.
But basically, you know, Naruto is really good. For me, I like a main character. I get attached to main characters. So main characters really get me. And the reason why Gurren Lagann's my second is because that was actually like my first anime I ever watched. Oh, okay. And that got me hooked on anime. Yeah, I was like wondering what it was. Before anime, when I was watching anime, my first anime I ever watched, I was 7 years old. I think I was 7. That was Gurren Lagann. And basically, I was wondering what it was because the animation looks so different. I'm like, this isn't a cartoon. Like, to me, I was like, I didn't understand what anime was back then until I really started watching.
Wait, but do you watch subbed or dubbed? That's the main question.
Oh, sub. I watch sub.
Oh, God.
But I do watch dub, obviously, if it's on Netflix and stuff. Because Netflix puts everything in dub.
Yeah, like I used to watch subbed, but then one day what happened was I was doing some work alongside and I was watching subbed, right? And I'm just listening to Japanese and I'm not reading the subtitles. So I had no idea what was going on. And this was like for 3 episodes straight. So ever since then, I've been watching dub. And like, is there some sort of hatred, because I've just recently started watching anime, is there some sort of hatred towards people who watch dubbed? Like, I've seen so
I
many.
think it's the real or fake anime fans. So like a lot of people who are real anime fans, like really big in anime, they are already like embedded in Japanese culture. Like Japanese culture is a big part of their life, and it's almost an insult to watch certain animes. Not all of them, but some animes dub, because like there's such a famous animes, and you have to appreciate the voice actors.
Yeah.
And then also too, like Japanese sub is it does sound way better, and real anime fans, like real people who are actually into Japanese culture, do watch it in the sub.
Like you get to hear it the
Yeah, I
way it
guess
was
like that's
intended
again
to be
because
made.
I'm new to it. Precisely. But okay, so
Exactly.
I'm just gonna stick to Naruto a bit. So you've watched like Shippuden and like you've completed the series, right? Or
Yeah, of course, and all the
oh
movies
damn,
too.
okay,
Are
because
good.
I haven't finished it. I'm like approaching the end. I'm on episode 471. But thing is with
Dang.
like with Naruto, it's like I see a lot of people giving like unnecessary hate towards the fact that there's so many filler episodes. And like,
Yes, but that's part of the character development.
yeah, but
That's like getting to know some characters, but some of it's a lot
yeah,
to
exactly.
handle.
Like I had to skip 20 episodes because episode 450 to 470 was just fillers. So what I thought was, why the hell are they keeping fillers when they're about to approach the end of the freaking series? And I was like in a dilemma. I'm like, okay, that's
The
the
reason
thing.
why is because the artists,
Mm.
sorry, like the people who make like Naruto during the time, it was kind of like Game of Thrones. Remember Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the books weren't coming. The books weren't coming out fast enough for like the TV shows, or or it was the opposite. The TV shows weren't coming out fast enough for the books. It's kind of like that. Like Naruto, like the show wasn't coming out fast enough. Like they couldn't make the art for the episodes they wanted to
Oh, okay.
in time. And like just to get it precise, so they had to make a bunch of like low graded episodes in between, just so they could really master the artwork for the later
Yeah,
episodes.
like
You
I
know what I'm saying?
understand that.
Because animation, all the fights take
Yeah, take.
so much, and they have to get it just right. And if they don't have that done, it's almost like a waste of an episode, and everyone's gonna be mad. So they rather put fillers in, keep people occupied with that, and then take their time with the
I'd
later
understand it for
episodes.
like fight scenes and etc. They want it perfect. But when, let's say, I watched Boruto a few episodes, right? Without finishing Naruto, I went to Boruto. Why does it have like first 20 episodes just filler? Like that show
Yeah,
is
it's
a
so
filler season. Like
that show is filler. That show has so many fillers. I actually don't like Boruto.
I mean,
Not
it's
gonna
like
lie.
the first episode, the first like literally 15 seconds, you show such a post-apocalyptic like world where people are fighting with swords and shit, and then like suddenly you just go back in time and just have a bunch of fillers. So the reason why I started watching that was because of that first clip. Do you know the first clip? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yep. The first scene when he's standing there, he literally the Leaf
yeah,
Village is
exactly,
like
yeah.
broken, like blowing up in back of him.
When I saw that,
It's
yeah, I
insane.
saw that. I'm like, yes, I want to watch this. But then when I actually went into this show, it's just this guy Shikamaru's son and like Boruto just hang out literally for 30 episodes doing nothing.
Eating burgers.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the only thing they do. And then like Orochimaru's kid is like having a midlife crisis. He's running away. He's getting manipulated. What is going on? That's the one reason I never liked that show, and I just quit it mid-season. And like Sasuke is acting like a normal guy. Like it's so weird. You never see Sasuke so chill. Like, it's
He's
impossible.
so relaxed. He's like hanging out. Like he's like around the village. Yeah, I know. It's super
That
odd.
show promoted some weird shit. Like they had makeout tactics. Sasuke used that to bond with his daughter. He used it to bond with his daughter.
Some weird
I'm like,
stuff.
whoa,
Yeah,
what are you trying to
it's like,
promote?
why would Sasuke do this? Sasuke wouldn't do this. You know what I mean? It's like That's why. So the director of the person that's created Boruto and directed Boruto isn't the same as Naruto. He got passed on apparently. Yeah, 100%. But I will admit the later episodes of Boruto are actually I'm like caught up almost in Boruto right now. There's 164 episodes I think right now. I'm on like episode 155, but like they're getting good. They're getting to like a really 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 good like spot, and like it's getting a lot more action into it. So like it takes you like another like 100 episodes to get any action.
Now, but like. Yeah. Even one more thing that triggered me, Sasuke's kid has glasses. How the hell is she going to use Mangekyo? Like, what's that?
Don't even get me started, please. It's Sakura's fault.
Yeah, it's Sakura's fault. Exactly. Yeah. She's so useless. Even I was watching, like, yesterday night, I was watching an episode of Naruto. She had to kill Obito. Sorry, Raghav, if I'm spoiling it. So Madara doesn't get the Rinnegan, right? He doesn't get the Rinnegan. Sakura hesitated for 5 seconds. Madara Kamui'd over there, and then he got the second Rinnegan, and that like caused Kaguya to wake up. I'm like, what the hell were you doing, Sakura?
Come on! It's like
so simple. You don't know the guy. Just kill him.
You have one job.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you have one job. Just do it.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's like they're very like, and they've ruined a lot of the characters in Boruto. They've ruined them. Like Gaara, they gave him a weird hairdo. They made Anko the tuning exam ninja, the girl with the purple hair, fat. Nothing wrong with fat people. Nothing wrong with fat people, but she was really attractive. And then they just made her super like ugly. It was weird. And then they basically like made all the characters like just weird. Like Shino. Yeah, he's odd. He's like.
They did some mad stuff. They like killed off characters. I mean, okay, again, Neji's death, like in Shippuden. What the hell was going on there? Like, there was such bad.
You know what's crazy? You know they made to a vote, right?
What?
So how Neji died? They had the fans vote between all the characters which ones they wanted to kill off, except for like Naruto, like Sakura.
That's like under the Red Hood.
So like.
Shit, dude.
They literally did that. They put to a vote, and for some reason, everybody the majority of people voted Neji.
Dude, that's some sadistic shit. Nah.
100%. And I'm like, why would you leave it up to the fans to decide? And then after they killed off Neji, everybody was angry. It was like they left it for people to decide, and then people were angry.
Yeah, but like one thing aside from all of that, one thing I never, appreciated was this Hinata. Oh my God. God help me. Every scene she's in, she keeps saying Naruto-kun. And like, bro, that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching sub. It's because I was sick of her voice. I had to start watching dub, so it actually makes sense.
Some people do switch, because they like the different voices and for dub or sub. So I understand that sometimes.
Like her voice was just getting too pissing off for me. I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm sitting here for 15 minutes listening to her babbling Naruto-kun all the time. Like,
100%. Well, you got to remember this too. Like when a lot of people are watching it, this sub episodes come out before dub. When I was watching it, I waited every week for it to come out.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2017 when it ended.
Yeah, it ended in 2017.
I waited every episode for it to come out, and I was like, it would leave me at cliffhangers, and like it was crazy. I can't wait when you get to the end of the war. You're gonna be like,
no, one of my friends already spoiled it. He said that apparently Sasuke gets control of all the 8-tailed beasts and like half of Kurama, and I'm like, why would you tell me that? Why in the living hell would you tell me that? He's like, and it ends in a tie. I'm like, bro, you don't need to tell me all of this.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he definitely just. I wouldn't say it didn't end at a tie. One of them lost, in a way. You'll see. One of them lost. One of them admits defeat.
The fact that the Boruto was born, I presume Naruto won, because otherwise I don't say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. All right. Mouth shut. Okay.
Yeah. So you
I'm
mentioned
ready
before,
for your next question.
Yeah, so you mentioned before you've seen Death Note, you've seen Avatar. Have you seen like the live action movies? What are your opinions on Netflix or just any production company making animes or any like
Oh
game
my gosh. Okay,
focusing the live actions?
The Avatar never again, dude. No, dude, it
It
has
was
to
so
stop
bad.
today,
Yeah.
bro.
It was so we've made like in an episode, yeah, we were
Bro,
just
did
roasting
you?
the Avatar movie. We were roasting that. It's insane because I love Avatar. It's such a good show. And like I saw it in like 2007 when it came out with my brother, and I didn't remember anything. I saw the movie, I thought it's okay. Then a few years later, yeah, I saw the movie again. I'm like, this is so bad. The bending is so slow. Like these guys did like an entire
It's
choreographed dance sequence,
delayed.
and like one small
Did you
rock is
see the
flying through
rock?
the yeah, one
Yeah.
one small rock is flying through the screen. It's so stupid, dude.
Yo, you guys saw? Yeah, you saw the criticism, right? Like there was like a YouTuber that like criticized like all like the Avatar animation, and it was like like 4 guys spent like doing a whole sequence just to bend one rock and have it move,
And it's
and
just
then
the entire plot is
miss.
so stupid, dude. It's
The
like
size of the rock was like
yeah. They could just move to the left, like
Oh man.
so
And
I
it
think
was like
yeah.
I'm mad how they butchered Aang. Why would they make Aang look like that?
yeah, word.
And they called him
And then
Ong.
why would you Ong? They call him Ong. But like
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they messed up the name.
word.
Yeah. That's
They-
like the
they
even
messed up,
Sokka,
they
they
call
called
him
him
Ong.
Sokka or something. And they switched everyone's race around for like absolutely no reason. Like the firebenders were brown and then
Yeah.
the waterbenders were white. It's like you didn't have to do that. Like, it was kind of
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
100% unnecessary. It was no, it's supposed to be like, even so the Avatar, we all know like the waterbenders are like native. Like they're like the native like tribe, you know? Like they're pretty diverse, you know, ethnic. The waterbenders, and they have like a mix. They have like a blue eyes, you know, like, but also they have like darker skin. Yeah, but in Avatar, and then everybody else is like European.
Yeah, and instead of spending so much time in switching it around, they could have spent more time in making like airbending movements better or something. They could have spent that time doing something better.
I was watching this one video where he was explaining everything, and apparently M. Night Shyamalan, what's his name? M. Night Shyamalan, yeah. The guy who directed it, he's like Indian American, right? So what his rationale behind naming him Ong was that it has to match Asian culture. Like, you know, if you stay in wherever, like in Southeast Asia, it would be pronounced Ong, not Ang. And it's like,
but they still called him Aang on the show. I think
exactly.
he was just trying to justify for messing up. And a lot of people try to be like that. They're like, oh, they try to justify themselves for messing up their name.
Yeah, exactly. And man, the firebending, like apparently, you know how firebenders are OP, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason why they took over. So M. Night Shyamalan said that he wanted to keep every element equal. I'm like, then how the hell did the Fire Nation take over in the first place?
Also, Fire Nation was more developed. They had more machinery. Remember, they had more tanks.
Exactly. They had like U-boats
because they could,
before it even like.
Because they could run their own machines with their fire.
Precisely. And
it's just the idea of condensing an entire season into one movie. Like it's very if they like, hopefully the Netflix live action show is better, because there's like many key plot points that were missed. The movie felt so rushed.
I can't wait for that. Yeah. Do you know who they casted yet?
I have no idea.
No idea who they casted.
I heard some rumors like they cast. You know, have you seen Umbrella Academy?
I have.
You know the kid that can teleport.
The guy who like goes to the future and then comes back.
5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, the kid that can teleport. I heard rumors of him being Aang, and I was like, no. If he's Aang,
he won't.
There's been rumors about him being Aang.
He won't fit in well. Like,
he would never fit in as Aang. He like I'm like, what is? I'm like, no way. There's no way.
Bro, why am I picturing?
I've been here. I was looking up online. I was hearing rumors, and people were talking about it on TikTok. And I'm like, why? I'm like, this is no way this guy's gonna be Aang.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Death Note movie?
I actually didn't watch.
I think
that live
didn't they
action.
take it down?
I think it's still up. I'm not sure.
Or like they didn't.
Well, I was saying everybody from Death Note is like, so everybody who watches Death Note, like they say that that's like the one anime that encourages bad behavior.
Word. Yeah, word. Like a man gets triggered, write it down. Write that name down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the last person I want to mess with. Deadass. No way.
Yeah, 100%. Anything that pisses him off. Like, you would be like, if you were his friend, you'd just be so nice to him. You'd be like, yo, it's good, bro. It's good. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, you can take my car.
Exactly.
You want my girlfriend? You can have her too. No, that's cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Don't mind it. Oh,
you make
dude,
fun of him.
I just
You
got
found
shot
in
in
the
the leg
creek
for you.
the next day.
Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah, he would just like completely like write your name down. You'd be like, you would look over. You would look over. You're like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just writing in my journal. Like,
Psych. Nah. But have you watched Cowboy Bebop?
I have actually. I watched the season of it.
There's literally
It
one
was
season.
actually known to be one of the best animes, like in the 90s.
It's literally one season.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I read about this because I was like, why the hell did they cancel it if it was so good? They had it, but then they stopped, and then they continued with some other name, but that didn't do that well. So, and then they had movies, obviously. So the show actually stopped because in Japan at that time, there was a lot of like drugs and gang violence. So, and the show had all of that in it. So they had to cancel that. And now what Netflix is doing, they're having a live action TV show. And they have, I don't know the guy's name. Have you seen him? Okay, wait, hold up. I'll have to search it up because I keep forgetting his name. He's like 42 and he has to act like guy. I forgot his name. Spike. Yeah, he has to act like Spike. And they have a full cast and everything. They were supposed to release it like in March, but because of COVID, they're like, okay, let's delay it. And I'm just out here thinking, okay, you have all the, like Netflix is on a mission. You have all the classic TV shows. Let's butcher the shit out of all of them, right? You have Avatar gone. Avatar's about to get live action. That's gone. Death Note, I mean, limited amount of people like Death Note. Those are some weirdos. No offense, but yeah, as you said, it also promotes bad behavior, right? So they changed that to
pretty
a live
well
action.
made
Now,
to like
Cowboy
the way it's
Bebop
written
also, it's
and
the
the way it's
last straw.
animated. Death Note. I think it's pretty well made.
Yeah.
Show.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's all good. And the thing that Netflix is also buying, they're literally buying out so many animes, or like they're contracting so many animes because they know so many people are getting into anime. Anime culture is Japanese culture is definitely becoming a part of America through anime, and a lot of people are just getting into it. Like a lot. Think about it. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, people would have been like, "That's weird. Why are you watching that? I don't like watching anime." Now it's like 2 out of 5 people you talk to, they're like, "Oh yeah, I watch anime." Like even I would say 3 out of 5 people would be like, "Yeah, I watch some anime. I know about that at least." They at least say they know about that. And then like 1 out of 5 people would be like, "Yeah, dude, I watch it." You know, they're pumped. But like 5 years ago, it'd be like maybe 1 out of 50 people would be like, "Yeah, I watch it."
5 years ago, it would be if you watched anime, you'd be a weirdo.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, now if you don't watch anime, you're the weirdo.
Yeah, because it's becoming the majority now. Like more people are watching it, so it's generally like there's nothing wrong with watching anime. It's very well made. It's very well directed, and the animation style. I can see why people like anime. Like, I haven't seen much of anime myself. I've only seen like a bit of Death Note and some Avatar. Like I finished Avatar
100%.
and a bit of Death Note, but like I don't know.
You watch Korra yet?
That's some
Not yet. I've heard Legend of Korra is pretty bad, so I'm trying to avoid it. But I'm not sure. Like, what are your ops on it so far?
You know what's really funny? I actually enjoy it. I thought so. I watched Legend of Korra season 1 and 2. I watched that one back in 2000 like 14, 15, and when it came out, and I thought it was whack. Right?
Yeah.
I rewatched it again. I rewatched it because you can't. The thing is, you cannot do this. You cannot go from Avatar to Korra immediately. You have to take a break in between. So since I took a break in between, I have like I'm looking at Korra and I'm not comparing her to
Hmm.
Aang. The trick is if you don't look at Korra or the show and compare it to Avatar, you will like it.
But Jill, with that like
Like
rationale,
Yeah, because you're
you'd
just
like
setting
Boruto
yourself
if you
up
didn't
for
watch Naruto.
you're setting yourself up for disappointment in a way because you're like
Yeah,
basing yourself on
exactly.
these
Well,
expectations.
it's like
mm-hmm.
you use the same analogy of like if you never watched Naruto, then you'd find Boruto fine, right? Because you
Yes, exactly.
don't have
You'd
that
be
high
okay with
expectation
Boruto.
from the TV show. Like after watching Avatar, people would be like,
Exactly.
"Damn, I
Hey,
need a
buddy.
sequel," right? But now, when it's such a disappointment, you're like, "Oh, okay, fine." Same thing with Naruto. So if I give like Naruto a 3 year break and then started Boruto, maybe I'd like it, right? That's a small 1% chance. But with similarly with Avatar, so I mean, some people like we have a few friends who watched Avatar and started Korra immediately, and they loved it. So
Yeah,
again, it's like there's some mixed reviews on
it's
that thing
different
as well.
from
Yeah,
person to person. Yeah.
I think core is more about like if you are a I think if you're a woman, you're gonna like core a little bit more
Mm,
because of that empowerment she gives, you know.
mm,
Because she's the main kid's a strong girl, and at the same time, like if you like core, like it's more modern. You kind of get to see like what happens. It's kind of interesting to see like what happened to Aang, what happened to everybody. Like how did that they all die and stuff like that.
I think with even Korra and Avatar, you can again. I'm going back to the Naruto Boruto relationship, but it's the same thing. When in Naruto, the reason you don't like Boruto is because man's out here complaining that his dad doesn't spend time with him when like that's his only complaint. And Naruto literally didn't grow up with parents. And like you see his struggle, right? You go through his shoes, like how the guy was ignored and disowned by the village because of him having the nine-tails fox in him. So you always have to compare the two characters and see how much pain they've been through. So you always relate to the person who's been through more pain. Similarly with Ang.
Yeah, he lost his
He's
entire
been
culture,
like
and Korra has
man's
like an
was
entire
frozen
yeah.
for
Korra has like an entire
exactly,
support group around her, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, like
and she wanted to be Avatar.
she has like the White
She
Lotus
was
training
proud to
her
be
and stuff,
Avatar.
if
Ang's
I'm not
like,
wrong.
why the hell? Exactly. So
Yeah,
From
true.
what I've
Aang
seen,
didn't really want to be the Avatar at first, but he
yeah,
was really feeling
it's
that.
like a
Yeah.
she
direct
was like,
contrast. Yeah,
let's go. When am I getting
from
there?
what I've seen so far,
Exactly.
like clips and stuff, they're complete opposites. So I can understand why people who compare her to Aang are disappointed because they'd expect like the same kind of avatar, but they're complete opposites. So I can see why some people would be disappointed, but there's nothing wrong with it. Like you should move on.
Korra is definitely a little bit like stronger than Aang, though, when it
Yeah.
comes to offense. But at that age, but at the same time, I think Aang was smarter. Like Aang was more
Korra
unorthodox.
was just like head
Like
on,
he could like
Yeah,
straight, whoever.
yeah, he's so head on. Like he's so head on. Like Aang, he would think about it a little bit, but even if he was head on, the way he moves is more efficient.
Or
yeah,
He would
because
just like fly all around
in the
people. Like he
episode
would
they
literally
showed
like roll on the ball.
in which he was
What?
against in the episode in which he was against Toph, yeah, like when they first introduced how they showed that he was like calculated and he
Yeah.
was taking like small steps and stuff. So it's like small details like that that show us that he's calculated. And then Korra, from what I've seen, like I've seen a few clips, I haven't seen the entire show yet. She's very like aggressive and
ruthless.
offensive. Yeah.
Yeah, and Aang's fighting style is more like he like moves around, he flips around, he flips around
Yeah.
more and stuff. Like Core is like very like she just goes aggressive. She'll just like charge at you
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
like running on. Aang will run on a wall in like wind kick you off a wall. Like he'll bounce off a wall. He'll literally like jump off off the edge to fake you out, and he'll be floating in midair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she won't do that kind of stuff. She'll just be like head on. So like it's kind of cool to see that. But if I did have to say between them both who's gonna win an actual fight, I think Aang would win in an actual like fight at that age, like head on, because he's just like more unorthodox. He's more calculated. But like she is obviously stronger, like physically, like her strength. Because remember in the episode, she like some reason she has like she's like as strong as a giant.
Hella
Or something.
overpowered.
She's like stronger.
Very OP.
She's a tank.
She's like physically stronger than everybody.
Yeah, she's a tank.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
have you watched any like sport anime, like Kuroko no Basket or
Yes.
Haikyuu?
Yes, Kuroko no Basketball. I watched what was it called? Something no Sora, Haikyuu. I've watched so many different ones. Prince of Tennis was my first one I watched.
Oh.
And I watched them all every season, even the new ones.
Wait, so do you?
Yeah, Ace of Diamonds, dude. Ace of Diamonds, the baseball one's really good.
Okay, yeah, baseball I can get, like, it's Japan's national sport as well. It'll be pretty prominent. So do you watch like any sport in general? Like, what do you say? Like basketball or something?
I do. So I do watch basketball. I do watch a little bit of tennis.
Do you watch football?
US football, not as much anymore. I stopped watching football like 2018. Really, to be honest.
Which team do you support? Like,
I actually grew up in New England, so
Patriots.
I had season passes, and I went to many Patriots games.
I have a friend who's a Patriots fan. Man, so salty. He's so salty.
100%.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on, and especially like I'm a little upset. I mean, Cam Newton being head of the Patriots right now is not the worst.
Yeah, it's better than Stidham or whatever his name is. I don't know.
No, honestly, it's a pretty good. He's young. It's pretty good. Like, it's pretty fair. Like, I don't mind like Tom Brady not being part of the Patriots anymore. That's cool with me. Like, a lot of people were getting upset about that and stuff in the past. That was a while back, but growing up watching them, dude, it was very inspiring. Everybody tried football at least, in New England.
Like, New England had like all the
that in hockey.
It's Randy Moss was also in New England, right? For like a year or something. Wait, so you support Celtics also, that means, I presume?
Yeah. I was watching the Celtics since 2006. I went to many Celtics
You think they're going to make the finals?
Coming up right now? I don't know. I honestly it really just depends. A lot of Celtics now I don't follow as much, but I do know they're more likely they're more likely to make the finals than not.
Because like they have a lot of young talent, like JT, Jaylen Brown, all these guys. So they're playing the Raptors right now in the semis, and they were about to go 3-0 up, but then Anunoby hit a 3-point buzzer beater to win the game.
I didn't even know that. I want to look up that highlight.
Yeah, it was mad. Like there was like 0.5 seconds on the clock. Anunoby got in the corner. He let it go. 3. They win the game by 1 point.
I mean, literally, like today, like they have their game at 3:30. So like I'm ready for it. I mean, they are up from the Raptors, and I think they will beat them. To be honest,
yeah, the Raptors.
They literally like if they win today, they're good.
If they win today, they're making it to the finals, I think, because
that's what I'm saying.
He's playing whack.
It's like that's why I say like they're more likely than not. It's all about it's all about if they keep it up. They keep up the consistency, and that's what they're good at.
Word. Okay, like last question. So you said you mentioned tennis, right? So
yes.
Do you play tennis as well, like professional?
Yeah, I know. I did D1 tennis. I did like semi-pro. That's considered to be semi-pro. So like,
were you?
Which college
that's
did you play
pretty. Were you eligible to play?
For
Yeah,
what?
College?
UCSB.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah, University of California of Santa Barbara.
Congrats.
So were you eligible to play U.S. Open, like at semi-pro?
Yeah, I actually was not. I was wasn't the best on my team.
Oh, okay.
They have a certain amount of people that go from each team to do U.S. Open. I was definitely not like the best, but I would have loved to play. I would have got destroyed. Yeah. Today, I mean, right now, literally, like there's a game going on right now. I've never seen these two players. Literally started like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it's round 2, right? Or it's round 3 now?
Yeah, it's the third round. Third round, yeah. And that's what's so crazy. I was hoping Coco. Have you heard that girl?
Coco Gauff?
She's like 16 years old.
Golf, right? Yeah, the
Yeah.
United
Well,
States kid, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
She made it?
She is. No, she
Right.
lost. But I mean, we really, really, really wanted her to
I
like
mean, she's
crush it.
still young. Yeah, she
Like
has time.
she's 16. That's insane.
Exactly. I think she won. She won a Grand Slam, right? Like last year, or something, or some.
Yeah.
Open.
She did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. And yeah, I think so. I think so. I'm not quite sure. I can't quote me on that, but no, she's like even her stats, everything. It's just that she doesn't know how to finish. Like those people who like they start off really well,
Mm.
but like get nervous. Like she's so young. She's playing with experienced players.
Yeah, she burns out after like the second set. Then
100%.
yeah,
That's exactly what happened. Yep. So
she
that's
has
what I
to.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't follow tennis like too much, but I do know what's going on like right now. I'm just trying to keep track of like how, like I mean, what's gonna happen with the third rounds. Because tomorrow's the net last day.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that's about it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching so much, and thanks a lot, Jaylyn, for coming. We really didn't expect it, and we had a lot of fun. Like if you're on Spotify or YouTube, wherever, in the description, everything's going to be there, all our social media, and even I'll be sure to mention all of Jaylyn's social medias, Instagram, and TikTok, in the description, so you guys can check them out there.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
I'm
See you next
looking
time.
forward to it, and thank you for having me. I thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too.
Thank you so much for coming.